Hello everyone, today we'll be going over fire behaviour. This is something very important in Firestorm 2 and it's very useful to know how the fire is going to behave so you know how to stop it. So without further ado, let's get started. When an instance spawns in, it will either spawn in at stage 1 at a larger radius or stage 3 at a smaller radius. Here you can see one that has spawned in as stage 3 where the trees have ignited, and you want to get on this one really quickly because it will start spreading very fast to the other trees, creating a very difficult to contain crown fire. As many of you will already know, fire spreads a lot faster in the direction that the wind is blowing. In Firestorm 1 we already saw this, but in Firestorm 2 the head of the fire is much more pronounced, like here. You can see which way the fire is going by looking up at the smoke plumes because they will point in the direction that the wind is blowing. Additionally, during the night the fire will have less aggressive behaviour than during the day. This was added in Firestorm 2 to reflect realism. One key addition in Firestorm 2 is embers. Embers will spawn when a threshold is met to do with the stage of the fire and the wind speed, and they will spawn in front of the head of the fire. The distance they spread and the amount of them is determined by the wind speed and the stage of the fire. However, the time taken to ignite is only determined by wind speed. In order to prevent it from igniting the flammable vegetation, you can put it out using a ground tool such as a rake. It's important to note that these embers can jump your lines quite easily, and you need to always watch out for them, making sure that they don't become a major problem. Here you can see a fire that is in stage 1. There are a few embers here, but it is a significantly reduced amount when compared to stage 3. The fire will spread along the ground until it is either contained or reaches a size great enough to become stage 2. Behind me you can see a fire that is in stage 2. The key thing to notice is there is a tree that is torching, which means that the trunk is on fire, but the leaves are not. This tree will not spread to other trees, and there is a 1 in 4 chance of a tree torching. Once it's torching, there is then a 1 in 3 chance that that torching will become crowning, which will set the leaves on fire. This will allow it to spread to other trees, but as you can see, there's also fire on the ground that may set other trees on fire. Once the fire is big enough, it will become stage 3. Here you can see a fire that is in stage 3. The key things to note are, although it will still be spreading along the ground, there will be trees that will be fully engulfed and burning that have no leaves remaining. Another thing to watch out for is there will be a large amount of embers that will spot ahead of the fire, like this one here, and they may spot a large distance if there's high wind. You want to make sure to deal with these as quickly as possible to prevent them becoming larger issues and creating spot fires like the one over there. This grid can be used to represent the squares that the fire spreads on. 0 is the origin of the fire, and the fire will spread out equally in all directions with no wind, starting in stage 1. Once it reaches a certain threshold, which in this case will be number 2, the fire will transition to stage 2. It will continue burning to other squares, spreading to ones like 3 over here, and then when it reaches the next threshold, number 4, it will transition to stage 3. Once it's in stage 3, it will continue spreading as stage 3 for the rest of its lifetime. Hopefully that should be everything you need to know about fire behaviour. If you still have any further questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. That being said, thanks for watching.